popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. And it's Ellis in at the 1.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
It's Avdia on the wing. Simons passes to Sharp. Back to Simons. There's the 3. And the bucket is good.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, Coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Now here's Sabonis. And it's off from three-point range.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And Anthony Simons with a 3. Simons got 5 now.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
When Ayton goes up from in there, you can contest the shot, but you really can't stop it.
And the Kings have held tough, but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Pass to Ayton. There's the drive, and Ayton with the stuff.
Watch out, DeAndre Ayton coming through.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Ellis. He's covered by Simons. On the wing, LaVine. Lets the 3 fly. That one is off. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Sharp passes to Ayton. Over Murray. Second shot opportunity. The bank shot, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Knocks down the triple. He's got 5.
I mean, a clean jump shot by Murray. Found his look and took it.
Simons outside. Back to Sharp. Off the outside. 5 to shoot. Simons outside. Here's the 3.
2 minutes remaining.
Zach LaVine clears it away. And so it's LaVine with it. He brings it up for the Kings. They trail by 1. 1:49 left in the first. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Ayton. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Here's Ellis. No made baskets yet. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And Coach said, quote, "What's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight. We'll see how that goes. Guys?"
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Ayton. Shoots over Sabonis. Off target with a jump hook. The 3 from DeRozan. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 5 rebounds in the game. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Count it. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
The 3 from DeRozan. Rebounded by Kamari. Portland leading. To the paint. And Ayton with the stuff.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
And And that one goes. He's shooting 5 of 9 in this one.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
The deep three from Levine. And another miss by Sacramento. Now here's Ayton. It'll count. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
On the court for the Kings, second quarter underway. We've got Domantas Sabonis. Malik Monk is out there with Trey Lyles. And it's LaRavia in at the 3, the small forward. And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Brian, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharpe, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around.
Here's Klingon. Shoots over Sabonis. That one off the back iron and out. Kings trail by 6. The 3 is up. It's tipped.
I like this. The sheer size and reach of Klingon was a big factor in him finding that block.
Ellis is checked in for Carter.
Number 23, Ellis.
Monk against Thibault. And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thibault. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Monk against Thibault. And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thibault. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Sabonis with a screen on Thibault. Down low. Out left to the wing. This one's for 3. Ellis' shot is off. Trailblazers lead by 6. To the right side. Henderson, right side. Pass to Klingon. Shoots over Sabonis. Klingon's shot is off. The Kings have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And that one's good. Sabonis for 3. Sabonis has got 9.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Thibault against Monk. And Sacramento again with the bucket.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
Here's Klingon. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Now here's Henderson. Still without a bucket. Klingon's shot is off. Pass to Ellis. It's stolen by Thibault. Now the Blazers moving it up. Henderson outside. Thibault passes to Grant. Back to Thibault. Grant outside. Launches it. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Lyles a screen. And here's Sabonis outside. That's his 4th miss in 7 shots. Trailblazers lead by 3. Grant outside. Over Monk. Grant's shot is off.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Picked by Sabonis. Puts it up. Pass to LaRavia. 4-3. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the middle. Outside Thibault. Knocks it loose. Monk for three. Fires in the triple.
Monk.
Monk's got 8 here in this quarter.
And setting the table for his guys. Sabonis is such a shrewd and cunning distributor.
Here's Klingon. He's guarded by Sabonis. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Klingon's got his second basket. The Kings have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Pass to Ellis. Shot from the top of the key. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis. Ellis has got his first bucket in this one.
More and more bigs are getting passing games, but Sabonis definitely has a unique ability to find guys.
For 3, Klingon knocks it down from distance. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Sabonis, high post, working on Grant. Back to Lyles, fires the 3. And the Kings with another 3. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of this game. Henderson, the pass to Thibault. Takes a 3. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
27. The Kings. 27.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from DeAndre Ayton.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
DeAndre Ayton is out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then there's Sharp. And it's Kamare in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. We'll grant the Kings one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, BA. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
The 3 from Ayton. Portland, no good that time either. Sacramento leading by 6. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Murray, shot is good.
3 points.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Now here's Avdia. No points yet. Levine surveys the D. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis.
For 3.
Sabonis has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And here's Simons outside. On target from range. Simons has got 8.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Sabonis. 9 points in the game. Shoots over Ayton. Sabonis' shot is off.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Sharp passes to Ayton. Hey, puts up a 3. Gets hauled in by DeMar DeRozan.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's Ellis. He's got 5. He gets it in there.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Pass to Murray. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to drop. Blazers trail by 11. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Here's Ayton. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection. You
have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, in today's high-scoring NBA, every position has to be a threat. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, "We're getting away from the point guards who are just floor generals. It's passing and scoring that you're starting to see, and your level of scoring allows you to be a better playmaker. Teams have to respect that."
No doubt, Allie. Thank you.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Stolen by Ayton. Now the Blazers on the move. Lays it in off the pretty lob.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
The three from DeRozan. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
Gotta be careful how you guard Ayton. He's so creative at finding ways to draw fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Ayton. And a new group getting ready for Portland. Robert Williams checked in for Avdia. Grant comes in for Kamara. Banton, he's checked in for Sharp. And it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Jones, he's checked in for Murray. LaRavia comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Malik Monk's checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Carter in for Ellis. Now here's Ayton. He's got 16.
Love seeing Ayton take these mid-range jumpers. He realizes guys at his position have to hit these kind of shots.
Jones from outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton with it. Over Jones. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Sacramento Kings finishing the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. All right, a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth quarter. We've got Zach LaVine, Jonas Valanciunas out there with Malik Monk, and it's LaRavia in at the 4. Here's Ellis. And here's Valanciunas. Kept alive. Here's LaVine for 3. And another miss by Sacramento. Blazers trail by 8. Now Henderson. And he dunks it down.
And Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
Outside Monk. From downtown. Pure from three-point range. And the Kings lead by 9.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Outside, Williams. Here's Henderson. Grant outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And it's Valanciunas with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Here's LaRavia. And another Sacramento 3. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Here's Valanciunas. Portland making their last shot. Williams grabs the board. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute. And athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
And so here's Sacramento. The Blazers making their last shot. On the wing, Levine. Over Grant. And another miss by Sacramento. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Klingon. There's the triple. No good on the shot. The Kings lead by 8. And here's Valanciunas, defended by Henderson. And another miss by Sacramento. Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. Here's Rupert. Williams passes to Grant. Williams, a screen on Monk. Here's Grant. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Levine. The three. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the inside. On the wing, Grant. Here's Rupert. Monk covers. Puts up a 3. And it's Rupert missing.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Outside, Williams. Outside for Grant from the arc. Knocks down the long J. Grant's got 7 now in this quarter. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
He connects! And that one brings them within 1.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Rupert. To take the lead. And nails the tray!
When Jeremy Grant is dishing out an assist, that is a great sign for this team.
Oh, they pick off the pass. And another break for the Blazers. Portland running. Count it!
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Henderson outside. And here's Grant from the arc. No luck on that one. The Kings call timeout. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
And there's not enough time to catch and shoot, so they'll have to tip it in off the inbound pass.
For your Blazers, substitution on the court.
So a close game sees Portland taking this one. That was an incredible night of hoops.
attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's Conley in at the point.
You have got to be aware of where Mike Conley is. He's so capable outside the arc.
Three-pointer, Simon drills the three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Edwards, pass to Randall. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's Avdia. Drives to the hoop. Shot. The Trailblazers rebound. Here's Kamare. And another three for Portland.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Now, here's Simons. Pass to Kamare. 5 to shoot. Avdia kicks to Simons. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. He gets it in there.
Well, Anthony Edwards says, yes, you're playing exceptional defense, but my offensive game is better. I'm a solid 225.
Cans it from downtown.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Here's McDaniels. Simons against Conley. From downtown. Gobert the pass to Randall. Now McDaniels. Edwards with it. Another shot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Grant's checked in.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Grant kicks to Avdia. They get it back. Here's Sharp. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves trail. Pass to McDaniels. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
Grant the pass to Ayton. A shot by Sharp. Nobody around. A three-pointer, no good. Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Gobert. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
Well, there's height and reach to the advantage of Rudy Gobert. Just gets up and over the top of guys.
Ayton finds Simons. Grant for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. It's Gobert with the ball for the Timberwolves. 3-point lead. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
Now, here's Sharp. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Grant the pass to Sharp. Outside, Avdia. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A different look now for Portland.
Minnesota ball.
Going in, he's checked in for 8.
Substitution on the
Matisse
court.
Thybulle comes in for Shaedon Sharp. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Mark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Avdia, the pass to Thibault. And there's a foul called on Naz Reid. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Kamar is checked in. Miller's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Clark. Klingon with it. Guarded by Reid. There's the pick. Pass to Thibault. Portland needs to get off a shot. Rebound, Minnesota. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Now on the floor for the
It's Edwards on the wing.
Number 8, Josh Mina.
And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. They've got Edwards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Reid. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Garza in its center.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Edwards. And Thybulle sends it back. Henderson against DiVincenzo. Outside Grant. Pass to Klingon. The jump hook. Kicks it out to Grant. Shoots the three. And the Trailblazers another three.
How about the awareness by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
Back to Edwards. Tipped away. Anderson looking it over. There's Edwards with the dunk of the night.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Portland has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Henderson outside. Pass to Kamare. Portland moving the ball around. Thybulle can't get it to go. The Timberwolves shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Now DiVincenzo to the wing right side. Reid against Grant. 6 on the shot clock from deep. And Klingon pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA. And sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Back to Grant. Pass to Kamare. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. 2 points. That one goes.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Henderson. Grant for 3. And again, it's Portland with the 3.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
Here's Henderson, and there's the drive.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
Edwards passes to Alexander Walker. It's up a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Klingon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Grant goes in. Oh!
Jeremy Grant doing work at the rim. Don't give him any space, boy. This guy can get up.
Grant against Edwards. Pass to Reed. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And you can see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Andre Ayton's checked in for Klingon. Avdia comes in for Grant. Sharp's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Simons in for Henderson. And the wide-open shot from Avdia hits the three-point bomb. Avdia's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland. Randall against Avdia. To halt the run, the Timberwolves again can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Blazers ball.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Out to the right wing. Simons surveying the D. Pass to Sharp. And it is good! The buzzer! Wow!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. 30. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And if they keep training the threes like they've been so far, their lead is safe.
They're measuring up the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And Fernie Simons out there with Sharp. Then it's Denny Avdia. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the three. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. And it's Sharp missing. Timberwolves trail by 14.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most defensive player of the year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. Off target with his three. Trailblazers leading by 12. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Now, the length and athleticism of DeAndre Ayton make that an easy opportunity.
Randall from outside, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
3.
Randall's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Kamare. Conley against Simon. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Well, Julius Randle, we know this, loves to finish despite being fouled. This guy will play through contact, no problem.
DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randle has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Timberwolves trail by 9. The three. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Kamara. Edwards defending. And he's good on the 3-ball. Simons has got 6 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Abdia can't hit. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. From outside the arc,
2 minutes remaining.
Randall grabs the board.
2 minutes.
Minnesota's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Conley for 3. Another miss by Minnesota. Trailblazers leading by 12. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Kamara. Nailed from three-point land. Kamara's got his second basket.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
And the Trailblazers shooting 41% for the game. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Portland.
And one of Sharp's signature moves. The tight handles allow him to create space with ease.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. The Trailblazers shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Simons with the ball. And Simons picks him up defensively. Here's Edwards. Edwards careening his way to the rim.
Mike Conley is an active, alert defender. Boy, he is known to pick a pocket or two.
Abdia kicks to Ayton. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Abdia, the pass to Sharp. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 14. Randall finds McDaniel. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Now here's Simons. He has 6. For 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the fourth.
And so it's Portland. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Reed in at the 5 roaming the paint. Back to Henderson from the arc. The offensive rebound. Here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
I love how hard Klingon works that offensive glass, using his size in that situation.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Rupert's checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Clark, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Clark for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Grant finds Henderson. Here's Rupert. Fires the 3. Here's Klingon. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 16. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Launches it. The shot comes out. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Portland. Pass to Klingon. Back to Williams. Klingon was screened for Williams. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Alexander Walker. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. It uses it to perfection to deny shooting. A wing who can elevate, get Grant the ball anywhere close to the rim, and he knows what to do with it.
Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. Drills it from outside. DiVincenzo's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Grant against Reed. And there's the call on Nikhil Alexander Walker. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Clark. Daniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Knocks it loose. Outside for Randle. Over Avdia. Randle no good. Trailblazers leading by 18.
2 minutes.
Mr. Kamare.
2 minutes.
Three-pointer, Simon. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. McDaniels finds Edwards. And here's Conley outside. The Trailblazers pull it in.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Simons.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
Williams against Conley. The jump hook. The shot by Williams, no good. McDaniels against Grant, and Grant sends it back.
Well, twice on the pipes, Jeremy Grant says no, sir.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Three-pointer, Randle. And Klingon pulls it down. So it's Portland now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Here's Henderson. Outside Williams. 5-0 for 3. Can't get it to fall. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting.
court. No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels, and it's Gobert in at the center position. Now here's DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. And here's Sabonis outside. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist.
Clock is ticking, but Sabonis stays composed, just looks for his shot, not any shot.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the head coach for Sacramento gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, B.A. But Sacramento shoots especially freely. You are right. And those shots often connect, so I doubt that that trend changes for them anytime soon.
Now here's Conley. From behind the arc. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Sabonis outside. Three-pointer. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Edwards. Rebound by Sacramento.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth. Just couldn't finish. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
LaVine surveys the D for 3. And another miss by Sacramento. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Randle. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Letting Randle get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Here's LaVine for 3. Drills it from deep.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Randle against Murray. Gobert with a screen on Murray. And he lobs it up. Oh, deflected. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Outside LaVine. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis. LaVine's got 6.
Off the pass, LaVine is more or less just automatic. He just lets it fly.
Edwards. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's DeRozan. Outside LaVine. And another basket for Sacramento.
This is how LaVine operates. He hunts down shots and then fully commits to his selection.
Conley passes to Randle. And that one drops.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Gobert against Sabonis. Pass to Murray. Here's Ellis. He's guarded by Conley. That three's off the mark. The Timberwolves trail. For 3, Randle. To the wing on the left. Edwards against Murray. And Edwards slams it in.
Assisted.
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
Edwards against LaVine. Pass to Murray. They set the screen. The 3. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Randle outside. The 3 ball. Counted from distance. He's got 7.
Yeah, a shot that Randle has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
Sabonis' shot is off. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Conley passes to Randle. Back to Conley from outside the arc. Rebound by Sacramento. Murray scanning the floor. Randall with a steal. And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it.
Sacramento ball. Substituting on the court.
Up in time. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Miller is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Now here's Reid, pass to Miller, three-pointer. He buries it from 3. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Ellis is checked in for Sacramento. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Minot's checked in for Miller. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA. You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Reid. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Now Monk. Here's Ellis. Wide open look. Edwards pulls it in.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Minot can't get it to go.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Minnesota leading by 3. Outside, Alexander-Walker. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. Nice D from Sabonis. Sacramento has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. That ties it up.
Such a talented passer at his position. Sabonis is all about making winning plays.
Outside, DiVincenzo. To the left wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Jacks up a 3. Here's Alexander-Walker. Hits the three-pointer. Alexander-Walker's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And Richard, whenever Sabonis plays, it's surprising if he doesn't record a double-double.
Oh, they're usually monster double-doubles also. Close to 20 points, 13 rebounds, and at least 6 assists. Domas, he is an offensive hub.
Now here's Edwards. He has 7. Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
And just an agile move by Edwards inside, allowing him to beat the contact.
Monk passes to Sabonis. Here's Ellis. Here's Laravia. No points so far. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Right side Edwards. Launches a 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed. And some changes here for the Kings. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Sabonis. DeRozan comes in for Lyles. And it's Levine in for LaRavia. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Minot. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for Edwards. Here's Levine for three. And it's out of bounds to Sacramento. And Sacramento with some changes. Sabonis comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Keegan Murray in for Monk. 40 seconds left to play in the half. Sabonis with a screen on DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 5. They get it again. The three from DeRozan. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. McDaniels finds Conley. DiVincenzo on the wing. From deep. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got 4 assists in the game. Levine against DiVincenzo. The three is up. And Levine knocks down the three.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's Minnesota up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Zach LaVine with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Randle. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
And Randle drops them both.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Sabonis with a screen on Randle. Murray passes to Ellis. Outside Levine. Puts up a deep 3. That shot off the mark.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Edwards gets the bucket.
And the offensive firepower Edwards is capable of is special. I mean, we are seeing it on full display right now.
Here's Ellis. They kick it out to Murray. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Randle. Edwards finds Conley. Fires the 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in the game. DeRozan deciding where to go with it. Pass to Murray. Here's Ellis. Takes the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Great dime by Gobert. Scans the floor well to find his teammates.
Great open look there. McDaniels got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And there's the drive. Ellis's shot is off.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
An major drought need to find some sort of momentum.
Offensive board. Gobert passes to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Fader on the way. They get it back. Here's Gobert. Lets it go from deep. Randall can't hit. Kings trail by 13. Murray, a screen on Conley. Levine gets the bucket.
I'm going to tell you this. Defensively, you cannot let a streak shooter get a groove. And right now, Zach LaVine, he is on fire.
Randall left side. The fadeaway. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Outside Levine. A deep three. And another Sacramento three.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Ellis's shot is off. The Timberwolves lead by 7. Outside Edwards. Inside. Gobert. Playing to his straight. Gobert inside.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Here's Ellis. He's guarded by Conley. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Finished off the break. And now an 11-point Minnesota lead.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Ellis passes to Murray. Off target from three-point range. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 15-6 run. For 3, Conley hits the trifecta. Conley's got 10 points.
A nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
And Sabonis gets it to go.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
The Kings making a switch here. Monk's checked in. Fires from deep. Kicks it to DeRozan. Second chance shot. Outside Levine. Drops in the 3. Levine's got 9 points here in the second half.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Murray finds Monk. The fader. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Well, through 3 quarters of play. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Kings trail by 10. Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Garza in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
They've also been showing a standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Laravia's checked in for Lyles. Here's Ellis. Gets the 3 to fall.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Back to Edwards. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Reid for 3. Nails it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Valanciunas passes to Laravia. Valanciunas with a screen on Reid. Out to the right wing. Here's Laravia. Drains the triple. Laravia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And some changes here for the Kings. Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Keegan Murray comes in for Laravia, and DeRozan is subbed in for Monk. Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Ellis's shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The shot by Conley, no good. Kings trail by 9. They kick it out to Murray. Bottom. Free ball from Keegan.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Pass to Ingles. Going inside. Ellis with a rebound. Sacramento has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And now just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
And Zach LaVine just commands the ball in these big moments. You want a guy that can not only take that shot, but make that shot.
Ingles, a screen on LaVine. Edwards, a pass to Ingles. Murray inside. He's guarded by Conley. DeRozan for 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. DeRozan's got himself on the board with a 3 there. Outside Conley. Fires for 3. Minnesota again missing.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Here's Ellis. And another Sacramento 3.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Ingles, a screen on DeRozan. Here's Alexander Walker, and it's in there.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Shot by LaVine, no good. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Offensive rebound. Ingles finds Edwards. Now Alexander Walker. Over DeRozan. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Back to LaVine. From downtown, it's rebounded by Minnesota. Ingles with it. Into the lane. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Outside Murray. Sabonis with a screen on Reed. Murray with it. Picked up by Reed. Here's Ellis. They kick it out to Murray. Oh, he nails it! And Chris Finch has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Turning here to our analysts. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a 3. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy.
So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
ahead in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Denny Avdia. Shaden Sharp is out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 3. Now Ayton after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Three-pointer, Simons connects from three-point range.
3 points.
Well, this is one of Simons' strengths, just an outstanding shooter from behind the arc.
Fires for 3, drains the three-pointer.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Brent, Domantas Sabonis is truly a player you can run an offense through.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can basically put anywhere on the floor, and all of a sudden good things are going to happen, whether he's playing out of the post, dealing with double teams, or he's at the top of the key, able to read the defense, using his vision and his ability as a big to drive the basketball. Domantas, one of the better playmaking fives that we have in the NBA.
Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Now here's Murray. Outside, LaVine. Pass to Ellis. Outside DeRozan. Just 4 to shoot. A shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Grant, he's checked in for Portland.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Great open look there.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
They get the rebound. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Here's Sabonis. Portland making their last shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Sabonis has got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
No good from Grant. Sacramento leading by 9. LaVine feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sabonis. LaVine, a screen on Ayton. Ellis outside. The train. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Trailblazers trail by 9. Fires away from outside. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for Sacramento. Ellis can't get it to go.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Back to Sharp. Three-pointer, Simons. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Ellis. Three-pointer. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Sabonis has got 3 assists now in this one. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now Simons, following Sabonis' three-point attempt. Simons kicks to Avdia. Ayton sets the pick for Grant. Portland again missing. And Levine launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
A rapid-fire release by Levine on that one.
Outside Avdia. Here's Sharp. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The first quarter concludes at And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Sacramento.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Sabonis is out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Malik Monk. Then there's Carter. And it's LaRavia in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And here is Monk, following Jeremy Grant's 3. Here's Lyles. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 12. Hey, Brett, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trailblazers excel?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
Here's Sabonis, following the basket by Jeremy Grant. Sabonis, no good. Here's Kamare. Nothing on the board. Grant finds Henderson. Ellis is checked in for Sacramento. Williams, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Substituting on the court.
And Portland has possession. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Sacramento leading by 10. Pass to Monk. Launches from deep. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Trailblazers knocking down the track.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
But right by Henderson. Thibault, the pass to Henderson. Pass to Williams. Stolen by Ellis. Here's LaRavia. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. LaRavia's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Ellis against Henderson. Thibault kicks to Williams. On the wing, Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Thibault can't get it to go. Kings leading now by 10. Loose. Anderson with it. Sabonis defending. Here's Kamare. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Already a gifted passer. Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
2 minutes remaining.
Lets the 3 fly. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
Lyles hits a screen for Monk. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hey, Brent, you spent a bunch of your career as a scoring guard off the bench. A lot like Malik Monk.
Well, not quite like Malik Monk, but This guy has been unbelievable. The way that he changes the pace of a game with scoring, it reminds me of a younger version of Jamal Crawford, who obviously won 3 Six-Man of the Year titles. This guy is so explosive and so confident. He has leaned into the role of being a difference maker as a six-man. If you leave someone open on a team with Sabonis having the ball, he's going to make you pay. That's great recognition.
Klingen's shot is off. Kings leading now by 5. Pass to Ellis. To Lyles. Lyles with the screen. Monk outside. 4 on the shot clock. From past the arc, it's deflected.
And at 7'2", Klingen is a huge shot blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 3-pointers, Simon. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand to the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. Murray comes in for Monk.
Simon's really settling in to what he is in this league, and that is a microwave scorer that can come in and get buckets.
Now here's Levine. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Levine's got 6.
And a nice, smooth stroke. When Levine feels that rhythm, he's a knockdown jump shooter.
Simons finds Sharp. To Simons, and stolen by Murray. A wide open look here for DeRozan. Off target from outside. Sharp on the wing. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's Sacramento leading by 5. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Trailblazers trail by 5. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony Simons. Ayton is out there with Avdia. Then it's Sharp, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, friend, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
And Ayton throws it down.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
Levine against Sharp. DeRozan in the corner. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers trail by 3. 3-pointers, Simon. From beyond the arc, and then some. Simons has got 9.
Simons is going to take his fair share of 3-pointers. No fear from that distance.
Wide open look here for Murray. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Grant with Avdia. There's a versatility to his game that not many players can claim.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a great point. He does things on both ends. Sometimes defensively it goes unnoticed, but this guy can play a lot of different positions and is very skilled. He contributes in a lot of ways to his team.
And by no means a volume 3-point shooter. DeRozan barely takes threes compared to most wings in the league.
Launches a 3, and it's Simons missing. The Kings have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Simons against Levine. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Pass to Ayton. It's tipped. Back to Simons. Here's Ayton. All sorts of time. Rebounded by Ellis.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Outside, Sabonis takes a three. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
At the tip. Sacramento's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Murray against Abdia. Sabonis, high post. 5 points in the game. There's Ellis with the three ball. They grab their own miss. For 3, Murray. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Sabonis has got 5 assists in the game. Inside. Here's Ayton. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. A 3, and the rejection by Ayton.
Well, Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
On the wing, Ellis, covered by Simons. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Malik Monk, he's checked in for Sacramento. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Sharp. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Anferny Simon. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here.
Klingon, Matisse Thybulle.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the third. Henderson kicks to Thybulle. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Klingon. The jump hook, and that's off the glass and in.
Oh, good luck against Klingon in close. That's where he makes his money.
Monk outside. Beyond the arc. Outside for Murray. Good on the triple. Murray's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Kings.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game.
Substituting on the court.
19 seconds left to play in the third. For 3, Ellis. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Henderson with it. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Benton. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Kings lead. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Zach Levine. Ellis is out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the 4 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. A nice shot by Klingon.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And there's the competitive fire of Levine, getting the 3 points back for them as quick as he can.
Henderson passes to Williams. Here's Rupert. Offensive rebound. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. No good from Valanciunas. Trailblazers trail by 7. to the paint. Here's LaRavia. And here we go with Henderson. Williams with the ball, picked up by Ellis. Henderson for three. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Henderson's got himself on the board with 3 there. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Ellis, that's good.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Down low. Here's LaRavia. No good with the triple. Trailblazers trail by 7. For 3, Henderson. Valanciunas grabs the board. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Sacramento.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Count that one, and the Kings lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Ayton.
You can see with that form on the jump shot that DeAndre Ayton has the tools to become effective on the perimeter.
Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. Here's Sharp. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
The shot by Monk is no good. Portland's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Sinks the triple.
And you gotta love that 3-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Ayton, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
That's as sweet as you're going to get it. Fluid motion, great lift, rolls right off the fingertips.
For 3, Levine. Outside for Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. And Simons wide open. He'll fight. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. From deep 3-point territory. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ayton against Sabonis. Ayton, the pass to Sharp. Ayton, a screen on Levine. And here are the Kings now. 10-point lead.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Sacramento.
Tonight, they seem committed to the 3-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Domantas Sabonis.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds. And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
The assist, Anthony Simons.
15 seconds left to play here in the 4th. From deep 3-point territory. Unable to get that one. So the Kings win it. Some good moments throughout this one. All right, David.
Game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, BA, but I look at the talent disparity between these teams. It's wide and deep. It's a chasm. So I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
So here's Portland's starting group. We've got Sharp, Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Kamare in at the 3 from outside the arc. And Avdia with the basket on the assist by Ayton.
Fantastic decision making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
McDaniels, a screen on Avdia. Pass to Conley. Back to Randall. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's Portland now. Now the Blazers moving it up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
That's an athletic play by Sharp, putting in the sweat to beat the other guys back on the fast break.
Left side, Edwards. Puts up a 3. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch it, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching it.
Now here's Simons. Avdia from outside. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. McDaniels from long range. And Ayton pulls it down.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Oh, from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Outside Conley. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. He takes it in. Oh, he misses the dunk. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul of the game. Portland making a switch here. Grant's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Simons with it. He's picked up by Conley. And here's Grant from the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Man, it's nice to see Grant work his jump shot. I mean, if the defense is going to give it to him, he doesn't have any issue taking it, and he should because he's a reliable shooter.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Edwards.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the first quarter. Can't hit from in close. Portland leading by 5. On the wing, Grant. McDaniels covering. Avdia from outside. Grant, he's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
The superb work ethic of Grant. My, what a nice, soft touch inside.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaden Sharp. That's his first foul. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Gobert finds Randall. Blocked!
Wow, great size and better positioning made that block possible from Klingon.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Grant, the pass to Thibault. Here's Klingon. Here's Henderson. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And also a switch here for Portland. Kamara, he's checked in for Thibault. To the left side wing. Pass to Henderson. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Timberwolves trail by 9. Outside Reed. Can they get it? And Klingon pulls it down. Portland has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Here's Henderson. Oh, the big dunk right over Julius Randle.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Pass to Clark. There's the 3. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. That'll count. And so it's Portland. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. The hustle they've shown on defense has been... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Boy, the Trailblazers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team. Attacking the hoop. That is Scoot Henderson's bread and butter. Unstoppable when he's going downhill.
Edwards looking for an opening. And it's Portland with a rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Out to the right wing. Here's Klingon. Reed defending. Pass to Kamari. Launches it. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 12. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Here's Kamari, guarded by Edwards. Here's Klingon. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter.
In the live game, you don't see that many 6'2" players on the finishing end, but Henderson is a prime exception.
DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Takes a 3. Oh, Edwards, money on the triple.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Henderson drives in.
Yeah, head first down the lane. Henderson wants to throw it down on your head.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long center, and we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, BA, you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Pass to Thibault. Here's Kamari, covered by Alexander Walker. It's stolen by Henderson. Here's Klingon. Hits a 3-on-3 fast break. He drops it from range. Klingon's got 5 points in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off on them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it. That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, BA. That's the name of their fan base. And yeah, they're excited, and for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Clock at 2. Thibault, that's good.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Outside, Alexander Walker. The 3. Portland grabs the miss. Klingon's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Kamari, no good. Timberwolves trail by 20. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Such a wide open look. Grant's got 7 points.
Well, I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. He senses the defense is playing off him. As the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
And here's Edwards outside. It's hauled in by Henderson. And he drives in. Minnesota with a rebound. He goes up. And Edwards slams it in.
He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
And so it's Scoot Henderson making highlights for Portland. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Scoot Henderson. What a contribution.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Avdia. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamari in at the 3, the small forward. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
For 3, Conley. Portland grabs the miss. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Ayton, a screen on Edwards. 3-pointer Sharpe. They get it back. Out to Simons. There's the triple. Minnesota with a rebound.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Pass to Edwards. McDaniels from long range sends it home from three-point land. McDaniels got himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. 90 seconds into the second half now. Simons outside. And there's the lob. Outside Sharp. Avdia passes to Ayton. Outside Sharp. Just 5 to shoot. Ayton, a screen on Edwards. Three-pointer Sharp. Again, the miss by Portland. Timberwolves trail by 15. McDaniels got room. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Ayton, a screen on Conley. And it's Simons missing. For Minnesota, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And so he draws the foul, heading to the line to shoot a pair. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor, love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value utility guy.
Connects from downtown.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Randall, good.
And you gotta have some confidence to fire back like that. Randall with no shortage of confidence.
It's Sharp on the wing. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Back to DiVincenzo. No good on the triple. Portland leading by 14. Let's go with a 3. Oh, wow. Through the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And Sharp has no off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and Clark has subbed in for McDaniels. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. DiVincenzo against Sharp, and here's Clark for 3. Portland with a rebound. 22 was their biggest lead. Henderson scanning the floor. Pass to Klingon. Now here's Grant. The 3 is up. Buries it from 3. Grant's got 10 points.
And the corner pocket was open, and Grant took advantage.
Conley against Henderson. To halt the run. The shot by Conley, no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Oh,
nice.
Big finish. Man. And that one is hammered home.
And what a night for Scoot Henderson. I mean, he's been torching them. Scoot's physical gifts have been too much to handle.
For 3, DiVincenzo. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sharp. The shot that time not on target. Nice D from Reed. Conley passes to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And so it's the Portland Trail. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's DiVincenzo. Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid, and it's Garza in at center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Edwards can't hit.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Pass to Benton. Outside, Williams. Back to Benton. Williams, a screen on DiVincenzo. They get the rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Putting in the effort to get a second chance look. Nice.
Edwards for three. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
And, you know, once Edwards flips that switch now, he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Pass to Klingon. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it. Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Clark. Walker, he's checked in for Portland. Rupert comes in for Banton. Outside, Ingles. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Trailblazers lead by 21. Henderson with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. A nice shot by Klingon.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Ingles from outside. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Ingles has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Rupert. Williams in the post. Working on Reid. Williams' shot is good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. And Williams punches it home.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect.
And it all had to be, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Henderson with it, picked up by Reid. Reid brings the double, fires from deep. And there's Klingon on the assist by Henderson.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Ingles from outside. Sinks it from distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Williams, a screen on Conley. Here's Henderson.
What you say?
Wow.
My goodness. Come on now.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reid. Randall comes in for Ingles. And Jaden McDaniels subbed in for DiVincenzo. Throws it up high. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
Gobert, no good. Here's Portland now. They're on a 14-6 run. And it's Simons missing. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. No good. Portland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kamari. McDaniels covering. And it's Simons missing.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Trailblazers.
They had excellent production from the bench.
This team has strong depth, and in this game, it showed.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Scoot Henderson.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight. Flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
For three, Conley. Minnesota again missing. So it's Portland now. Avdia passes to Ayton. Here's Kamare. Three-pointer off the mark.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And got right there. Oh, my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
What a nice burst. Randall changing ends like a guard that time.
Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Now here's Simons. And he lobs it up top. Ayton inside. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team.
Plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now Sacramento starting 5. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Levine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the center position. Just 5 on the clock. Shot by McDaniels, no good. And here are the Kings now. And here's Ellis for 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. For the 3. Rebound by the Kings. Ellis surveying the D. Sabonis' screen on Conley. Ellis the pass to Sabonis. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Misses the 3. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Ellis outside. There's the 3. Traps in the tray.
Head always on a swivel. Levine making things happen with his passing.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Ellis against Conley. Ellis dishes to Murray. Murray sets a screen for Ellis. This one for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's the 3. And DeMar DeRozan, good for 3.
And DeRozan is selective when it comes to taking threes, but they're looking confident from the corner.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Now here's McDaniels. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Ellis kicks to DeRozan. Back to Ellis. Murray sets a screen for Ellis. Oh, good on the 3. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Sabonis sets the pick for Ellis. Bangs home the trifecta. Ellis has got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Kings.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's McDaniels. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Conley against Ellis. Pass to Randall. 3-pointer. Bean with the rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Again, the miss by Ellis. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. Levine against McDaniel. With the floater. Oh, good at the rim. The Kings trailing. Up top, DeRozan. Edwards defending. DeRozan against Edwards. Levine wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And a nice, smooth stroke. When Levine feels that rhythm, he's a knockdown jump shooter.
And here's Edwards from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Edwards got 6 points. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
At the end of one, a closely contested. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Miller is out there with Reed. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's DiVincenzo in at the one. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said it's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, you're just out there trying to win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Edwards passes to Miller. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
Sabonis' shot is off. Minnesota leading by 3. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Monk, right wing. Here's LaRavia. Knocks down the 3 ball. LaRavia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Edwards. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Carter sets the pick for Lyles. Lets it go from deep. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Alexander Walker passes to DiVincenzo. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good from outside. The Kings trail by 4. Monk outside. A fadeaway. Sabonis, no good. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the leg.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
And they pulled the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Rudy Gobert comes in for Naz Reid. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Kings trail by 6. DeRozan a screen on Cotton. There's Ellis with the 3 ball. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to McDaniels. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
On the wing, Levine. McDaniels defended. Good on the three-point shot. Levine's got 6.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Conley finds Randall. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Randall's got the lead back up to 8 now for the Timberwolves.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. Murray comes in for Malik Monk. Ellis wide open. Trains it from beyond the arc. He's got 9.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Gobert with a screen for DiVincenzo. Going inside. Three-pointer Randall. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And DeRozan kicks to Levine. To the middle. Murray the pass to Levine. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And a close game so far for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint, but I will say, even when I was standing up...
Whoa! A little extra right there from Edwards.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And the 3 ball is good. That's 12 points for Ellis.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Levine against Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Ellis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Sabonis with the steal. Ellis outside. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Randall kicks to Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. wingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough. And they certainly have the size to hold their own."
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Ellis. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Sabonis has got the lead up to 4 now for Sacramento. Edwards inside. Guarded by Levine. Baseline jumper. McDaniels against DeRozan. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. 3-pointer. Outside for Randall. Beyond the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. Randall's got 9 points.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Monk, no one around him, offline with his 3. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Murray against Randall. Pass to Shannon. Here's McDaniels. And again, Minnesota with the triple. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Wide open look here for Murray, and right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Oh, how about that play out of the pick and roll? This is why Murray gets involved in that action.
Randall lays it up off the glass. He's got 11.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Murray finds Monk. Levine sets the screen for Monk. Kick out to Levine. Lets it fly. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. DeRozan for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Kings ahead. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, that's great decision making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Anthony Edwards. Then there's Reed. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail. A 3. Over in the corner, Edwards. From deep, Ellis buries the long-range jumper. Ellis has got 15 points here in the second half. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
And a wide open look for Valanciunas. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Defensively, you want to force Valanciunas into the jump shot, but he still has the ability to hurt you from there. They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Pass to Reed. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Murray comes in for Trey Lyles. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Monk.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
McDaniels against Murray. Outside Conley. Randall a screen on Ellis. Conley the pass to Randall. It's off target. He's 4 of 9 from the field. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. DeRozan a screen on Conley. Ellis against Edwards. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
Murray a screen on Edwards. Levine can't hit.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Randall down low, headed by Levine.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And another place they're finding success is in transition. They've been working hard to get ahead of the defense and find those easy.
Timberwolves leading by 3. A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. DeRozan against McDaniel. To the inside. Here's Randall. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Randall's got 4 this quarter.
And you'll never see Randall back down in a big moment. He's looking to be the guy when they need a bucket.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Gobert. DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. And taken away by Ellis. Pass to Sabonis. Trying to get something going. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Here's DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels. Pocket 6 to the middle. There's Gobert. Outside for Randall. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
And they have to be careful with the ball.
Murray the pass to Ellis. Outside, Levine. Launches it. It's good from beyond the arc.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And here is DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Levine. Edwards kicks to McDaniel. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
What a play there. The hoop plus the arm. Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Timeout, Kings. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And they actually could take a 3 here and go for the win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks.